Hey dudes, what's up and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, welcome, welcome. If you're not new here, well, welcome back. So, if you watched my previous video um, with the making the sandwich, it was pretty good. It was more like a sloppy Joe sandwich type deal, but I realized that I had these tortillas that I needed to get to go through, and I should have used those when I was initially thinking about this because I needed to get them done because, well, they've been sitting around. I got like 2 tortillas left, right? And so I was like, oh, I'll just bring these out here and or throw these on. Maybe I should have did that instead of using the buns. The buns are kind of newish, so they're still good. But anyways, now we got a chopped cheese ragu burrito. But anyways, I hope your holidays are going good, or like your run up to the holidays. Anyways, mine's been going pretty good. It's been weird because like the other day, I was thinking about it, and I was like, man, holidays, at least for me, have changed. I remember back in the day, back in my day, we'd have big family get-togethers, and it wasn't even just like my family, right? My direct family. It was my family plus, my dad's brothers, people my mom knew, aunts, uncles, stuff like that, and it was good times. Um, you know, you'd show up, see some people you haven't seen for like a year, unless they also showed up for Easter for some reason. If you do that, and you talk about things that don't matter, and then you go about your way. But it's still nice to socialize with family members, right? But like, it felt like over time, and I'm gonna go back to like the Harambe singularity of when everything changed, and like we didn't really notice like the power creep of loneliness, and it seems like even before my dad passed, it was like less and less family members. One year it'd be like, oh, well, we can't come over because reasons. Oh, the other thing too that always felt weird to me, like with like big family, was that like everybody felt like they had to get you a gift, and most of them didn't know anything about you, and so they would just get you random stuff, and you had to be like, oh wow, sports stuff. That's surely right up my alley. But you still were like, oh hey, thanks man. That's cool. And then it is what it is, right? Who cares? It's not a big deal. You just throw it in the back of the truck and then you don't really pay attention to it. Well, back of the car, whatever. And then you go about your way. At least, I guess, like they tried. Although most of the time, I would have just preferred if they would have been like, yo, look, man, I don't know shit about you, but I'm here. So you want to talk about it? But like even before my dad passed, it felt like less and less people were coming around. Um, and then my dad passed, and I think that was like when it really hit, because like most of my family, like most of my extended family, is on my dad's side. So now that my dad wasn't there, it was like, oh, are we gonna go over and hang out with them? Because it's not my brother, so and I get it, I do, but it just kind of sucked. And so then it like came down to like me, my mom, my brother, and my grandma, and then maybe sometimes like my mom's friends would show up, and then my aunt. But then like my grandma went into the home for Alzheimer's and dementia. And then people just stop showing up. And now it's like, it's my mom, me, and my brother. And I know that, like, normally the progression is, well, it would be me and my family going over to my mom's, right? And then my brother and his family, but we're both kidless, right? And so it sucks because, you know, and I think that that also um, contributes to like my lack of caring about Christmas. Because like I used to really like Christmas. I used to be like, "Yay, Christmas is awesome. Christmas is fun. Christmas is good." You know, and here, mom, these are the things that I'd like for Christmas, you know, whatever. And now I'm just like, it's just another day, you know. Like, yeah, I go over to my mom's, like I go over to my mom's like every couple of weeks anyways. So like what's the difference? Like this time she's just gonna give me some, you know, give me some gifts, you know, something like that. So I guess like the long and short of it, that's always an interesting phrase, is just, man, I feel like everybody's just kind of moving apart, right? You know, and I blame whatever happened 10 years ago, you know, be it Harambe, whatever, the social decline of people, you know, the brain rot, brokenness of social media and politics. I really think that a lot of it has to do with like social media brain broken, rotted in politics, because it's like, you know, look at like Thanksgiving came around and all you see all over is just, oh, blah blah blah, your terrible uncle who loves Trump is going to be there, and then people get into fights over things that just don't fucking matter. Like, who cares? Yeah, like, who cares? I'll be 100% with you. If somebody comes up and says that, like, just because, you know, Donald Trump won, that their life is literally in danger, I just dismiss most of the things that they say after that, because they're so brain broken. It was the same thing with people on the right that were like, oh, if Kamala Harris, if Kami Harris wins, I'm leaving because she's going to tax all of my Bud Light to fund gay prison sex orgies. And it's like, no, probably not. Everything's just going to be the same regardless of who's in there, because I mean, we all know that there's people above the president that make the real decisions, you know, and whatever puppet that they need to put in front of everybody is the puppet that they have dancing on their strings, right? So it's whatever the political shift is. And yeah, that's a huge conspiracy, and welcome to the channel. I'm a conspiracy theorist. So I just never really cared that much. The only thing I really care about is which side is being like super smug and annoying about it. Like, I don't really like the super right wing stuff, and I don't really like the super left wing stuff. I'm super in the center. I just wish people would just shut up and watch anime. But the thing is you've got people that will quite literally just forego entire years, lifetimes of memories with your family, all because the other side bad, right? And it's crazy. It's just really crazy to me. Like, I know people who got literally divorced because one person didn't, you know, vehemently agree with everything from the other side. And it's just like, bro, you have kids together. You've got a whole ass family. You've got memories and everything. And you're just going to toss that aside and get divorced because, and it wasn't even that the person was like super right wing and the other person was like super left wing. It was the dude was like center right, very similar to me. You know, I agree with some stuff from the left, I agree with some stuff from the right. But because she was so insanely left, divorced with kids. Insane. Like imagine just yeeting your relationship, your marriage into the void because of shit like that. Now, maybe there's more. I don't know. That seems to be the reason. It is what it is. I'm not digging too much further into it, but even regardless, like that was one of the reasons that I heard from a person, right? So, you know, it's just wild. And I don't think it's going to get better. I've been saying this. It's like, you know, it's not like because one side won that everything's going to be better. It's just going to keep ratcheting up forever. And man, I just want to sit here and like eat my food. And it sucks because I didn't plan on this rant devolving into this, but that's just what it is. Because that's everything that we see on a daily basis, everywhere. And man, I just wish it was done. I just wish it would stop. I try to actively avoid it too. But it's just everywhere. But I am done with my burrito. And now I've got to clean everything up. Oh, I got juice drippings on my hoodie. Oh, unfortunate. Unfortunate. But regardless, I hope that you have a good holiday with the ones that you love. And you know, it is what it is, man. Like, regardless, you know, if you don't have anybody, I'll make a video on Christmas so that we can spend some Christmas time together. I hope you get me a gift. And by a gift, I mean hitting that subscribe button and commenting down below. And I will see you guys later. Take it easy, homies. Peace out.